I'm 133 days in now, and today I wanted to break. I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to just break the streak, just end it all. Just, I was done with it. I felt like, I don't know, I woke up and I started just messing up my diet and wanting to just ruin my life again, like I always used to do in the past. Like, it was a reminder of what I was, you know? And how I used to act all the time, and how I used to always just sabotage my own progress and success all the time. And I almost broke. I almost just said, what am I doing this all for? You know, who even am I anymore? I just started asking myself questions. And then it led me down a path of just doing some bad habits, man. Like breaking my diet. I've been so on point with my diet. And I broke that, you know? I just gave myself an excuse to eat carbs because I needed it for work or whatever. Just straight up excuses, and just that right there led me to just spiral and just want to end the streak because I felt unworthy of it, you know? I felt unworthy of the character that I've been playing in my head, you know? I started to think that I was my old self again for a split second. And I caught myself, you know? That shit was scary, but I caught myself. I made sure that, you know, to immediately get those thoughts out of my head because I know they won't serve me. I know it'll lead me down a dark, dark path, especially after the streak I've been on. It will lead me down a very dark path, so I needed to make sure that I got out of that situation, you know, got out of my thoughts, got out of my lustful mind, and just got right back to it, you know. They were on some music, some, like, just rock and roll, and just, you know, try to get amped up in the right kind of way, you know. And sometimes this will happen if I don't go to the gym, or if I break my diet, or if I just mess up any habit in my life now. I almost want to fully just revert back because I feel unworthy of, you know, all this power that I've been given. You know, I'm blessed to like be in this position to where I've come this far, and to waste it all for nothing. To waste it all for nothing just for some woman, some vagina, it's obviously not it wouldn't make any sense. Why would I come this far just to end all of it, you know? Because that wouldn't end my suffering. That would bring on my total suffering. You know, this right here, this right now, this is not any sort of suffering compared to how I am when I'm depleted. I've been nothing but lucky, right? And I've been mostly grateful, but sometimes I'm real ungrateful, you know? Because things are just going so good, and that's become my new norm. I can become ungrateful sometimes and take it all for granted. But I gotta just level myself out sometimes, you know? And it really pisses me off and gets me aggravated that I even had this thought process today that I could, you know, just go back to my old habits, like, oh, it's okay, you know? I really fuck with my head, then I'm gonna be beating myself up over it the rest of the fucking week, and making sure that I'm just more on point than ever with everything, my diet, training, just everything with work, you know. And I don't know what really triggered it, you know. Maybe because I went on social media today. Like, I watched a couple YouTube videos. I don't know, man. But I gotta, like, stay fighting through. Because when I'm able to utilize my potent energy, it's just, there's a difference, you know? And sorry for this fucking video. This is a raw, real video, but it's some bullshit, man. You know, I need to just push through and just fucking get right back to it, you know? I almost broke today. That would have destroyed me. That would have broke everything. I would have never recovered from that, you know? I would have stopped posting on here out of sheer embarrassment. I would have just stopped showing up in my real life and just went back to all my bad habits and maybe completely gave up forever, you know? So I'm happy that I stayed strong. I just pushed the fuck through. But I can't let something like that, you know, happen again. It felt like too close of a call, just like my mindset of how I started to think, you know. I'm not someone who does that shit anymore, you know. And my life has been so good. I've had so many good ideas. I've had so much momentum. I've made a lot of money. I've made my life so much better. And that would have been some ungrateful fucking shit, man. Yeah, I'm gonna keep pushing. I'm gonna, you know, reset. I gotta go to work in a few, and just really reset my mind today and just stay focused on the mission. Stay focused on what's important. I love y'all like always. Stoner out.